a lot of these wins, like Vandy towards the end of the year, I'm like, who are they beating? They're beating mediocre teams. The whole SEC was filled, much like the Big Ten at the end of the day, with mediocre teams. Now, the SEC had Alabama.
Here's the problem.
And it had
Here's the problem.
Tennessee.
It's not just the Big Ten and the SEC. Every league in college basketball is filled with mediocre teams.
Well,
this
ACC
year.
certainly was.
Everybody is mediocre.
Yeah, but Grandpa's still dancing.
But that's why we're having
was better. Big East, we knew. No. I think we knew the Big East was pretty good going into the year.
At the top.
I think we knew it, right?
At the top.
Yes.
Well, what we were saying all year long
was this good? No. But we thought Xavier would be a Sweet 16-ish type team. They got there, right?
We thought
Creighton would be an Elite Eight team. They got there. UConn, yes, they're better.
We didn't think Marquette would be very good.
We thought Marquette would stink. We thought Villanova would be probably better. But ultimately, we thought there were 3 or 4 teams in the Big East that could make a run of the Elite Eight.
Once it got to about February, I think we all kind of agreed that the top 4 to 5 in the Big East and the top 6 or so in the Big 12, those were the best teams in the country.
Totally.
Then you throw in Alabama.
You had some outliers.
Yeah, you throw in Alabama, and
right.
you maybe throw in Purdue, and you throw in a couple of other teams. But it was basically like those teams from those leagues. And then we'll see who else can make a run. That's kind of what it was.
So funny,
and that's what it's turned into.
Because, again, we said it all year, and it's kind of come to fruition, right? The whole wide open. Yep. And we kind of say it every year now, right? Yeah. We say it going into the year.
But it wasn't. But
last year we didn't have
knew
that.
this year was going to be insane. Right. We knew this year was going to be nuts.
We did, but this is the exact opposite of last year's Final Four. Yeah. We don't even have the Final Four yet. Look at the Final Four last year. Villanova,
big boys.
Duke, Carolina, and Kansas.
About. And again, it was a ratings bonanza. We're not going to have the same level, obviously, of TV ratings, and people are gonna whine and complain about that. But you know what? For us, this is fun. This is really fun because, again, no matter who wins, it's going to be a first-time national title coach, no matter what at this point. You could have a damn interim coach, an acting coach, Rodney Terry, cutting down the nets on Monday night.
Hey, I got a fun trivia question for the chat. Producer Dagan's going to give away a $50 Topgolf gift card for the first person that gets this right. Who was the last interim head coach to win a national title? Who did he coach, and what year did they win the national title? I know the answer. Okay, Dagan,
do you think he does?
Do you really know the answer?
I do know the answer.
I know you know the answer.
I do know the answer.
He loves. Wait.
Well, hold on. I want to say something to that really quick because this year's NCAA tournament is what makes this sport so fucking incredible.
And you know,
so great.
Hey, and Greg Sankey wants to add more teams to this. Like Greg. Hey, Greg. This is like Rob said. This is what makes the tournament so special. Don't F with it. Don't, please.
Today's episode is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy, the easiest place to play college basketball pick'em, where you can get a little extra sweat during March Madness and win real cash prizes simply by picking player stats in this weekend's games. In pick'em, all you do is predict whether a player will go higher or lower on Underdog's projected totals, whether that's points, rebounds, whatever. For example, if you're like me and you think Zach Edey is going to go nuts in this tournament, pick higher on his points projection, add up to 4 more picks, and if you hit them all, you can win 20 times your money on a single game. Underdog's slick mobile app is easy enough that dummies like Jeff Goodman have even figured it out. So go to UnderdogFantasy.com or download the app and use the code FIELD, F-I-E-L-D, and Underdog will match your deposit up to $100. Now is the time to get in on the madness. So remember, UnderdogFantasy.com, promo code FIELD. Henry Muto. Yeah, Henry Muto got it right. But this is what makes it so great. You don't get anything like this in any other sport in the world.
You don't.
In the world,
Not
period.
the collective.
You don't get it in the World Cup. You don't get it in the Champions League. There was one time it happened in the Premier League. It never happens in the NFL, right? And
why not? If they're one-offs, like we know why it doesn't happen in the NBA playoffs
you don't get the same level of underdog competition. It's the NFL. Everybody
hold on
is
a minute.
great.
In the NFL, you have quarterbacks. As a Cleveland Browns fan who has been through years of misery and pain, if your quarterback sucks, you don't stand a goddamn shot.
Yes.
If you have for years, Tom Brady haunted everybody's dreams. In the NCAA tournament, forget about that. It's not how it works. There are some guys who will their teams. Drew Timme has willed his team to the Elite Eight.
Hey.
Adama Sanogo has willed his team to the Elite Eight. What?
Marquise Noel
has willed his team to the Elite Eight. Stars are born in this tournament. But you know what? It is a reflection. College basketball is the best sport on the planet. We get to cover it every year. Nobody knows what's going to happen. We will walk into Houston next week, and honestly, you could make a case for any of the 4 teams in the Final Four. I would say this right now. In my humble opinion, UConn's playing the best basketball of any team left in this field.
Yes. You know, who's
And
playing pretty
ironically
well, too?
enough,
Texas, who just blew the hell out of Xavier.
Yeah.
I mean, they blew out the hell of Xavier.
Blew the hell out of Xavier.
I do it all the time.
That's
Duster
fine.
loves laughing at that one.
You think
Blew
I
out.
don't even think it's that good. Let's talk
Duster's a little child, though.
No.
Well, yes.
child.
I mean, we've known that for like years now.
Let me just make one more point real quick. The NCAA tournament is the worst possible way to determine who the best team is in college basketball.
Yeah, okay.
It is the best
Right.
possible way to determine a champion because you're never going to know what's happening. You have no idea.
But you know what? I am going to say I agree with you and I disagree with you. And here's why I disagree with you. Because at a certain point, like when it comes down to a one-game playoff, the Big Ten's been exposed for years for what
Right,
some of their
every
teams really
year.
are.
Right,
like
right.
you could say it's the worst, but then okay, wouldn't you argue that then Purdue was never going to be a national?
Pac-12 hasn't won in so long.
Adapt.
Yeah.
Adapt.
Yeah, well.
If your conference isn't doing well, when you meet in the spring, figure out ways to play differently.
Well, again, the Big Ten, one of the big problems is obviously the style, the way they play, the bigs, the lumbering bigs, the guards that aren't super athletic, so they look good.
It's the matchup versatility. It's the lineup versatility. Yeah. It's the ability to guard different styles. And to me, that's what makes this UConn team so dangerous right now.